I just rebuilt a Shopify dropshipping store that's making $1.8 million a month with Claude Design. I didn't have to use any AI page builders, any premium themes. Just me and Claude Design was able to remake it. So that's why in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how I copied a $1.8 million Shopify dropshipping store and was able to rebuild it using Claude Design. So the first thing that I wanna do is show you guys, as you can see on my computer screen, the Shopify dropshipping store that we're going to clone. And this store is generating around about $1.8 million every single month. And we're gonna get Claude Design to replicate this store and actually make it better. So this store is selling the Lux 7-in-1 LED face sculptor. This product's currently been blowing up, and this is the one that we are going to replicate. Now, just so you guys know that this store is actually making 1.8 million, you can see I'm on Winning Hunter and I've tracked the store, and it is revenue estimated between 1.2 and 1.9 million dollars in the last 30 days. And if I scroll down, you can see their best selling product is the 7-in-1 LED face sculptor. Now, I use Winning Hunter all the time to find proven stores that I can track their revenue, and I can also see all of their ads live. So Winning Hunter is really useful for finding winning products. So the first thing that we need to do to be able to clone this store is go over to Claude on the web browser, and you're gonna wanna sign into your account. If you haven't already got an account, create one. It's completely free, although I do recommend going on their $20 a month plan, which I think is the pro plan. I'm on the max plan and I think I paid $200. But for you guys, I think you just need the $20 a month plan. Now, once you've done that, you're gonna open the sidebar. You're gonna see an option called Design. You're gonna wanna select this option, and then you're gonna see Name Prototype. So we can call this one Dropshipping Store. Then once you've done that, then you're gonna wanna go on to where it says High Fidelity. So make sure you got this option on, and then you're gonna wanna click Create. You're gonna see here, it says Start with Context, Design System, Add Screenshot, Attach Code Base, or drag a Figma file. You actually don't need any of these for now. Then you're gonna see in the bottom here, the settings icon. Make sure you're using Claude Opus 4.7. Then what you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to get the link of the website. So this is the link of the website. You're then going to want to open a ChatGPT window or OpenAI. You're going to say, I'm going to get Claude Design to remake me a Shopify dropshipping website, give it the URL, and then you're gonna say, make me a prompt for it. Now, the reason why we're getting OpenAI to do this is because it has the best vision model. So it can visualize websites way better than Claude can. So it's important that you get OpenAI to do the prompt. So you can see it's highlighted all the sections for us. So now what we can do is we can copy this prompt, go back to Claude Design and paste it in here. And then you're also gonna wanna paste the URL as well. And then you're gonna wanna click send. And then you're gonna see it says, I'm going to create an original premium tech product page. And you can see here, it says, let me set up the plan to get started. Then you're gonna see the UI here, like the design file open up, and you're also gonna see the panel on the right. Don't let this scare you guys. Very simple to get started. Now, whilst we're waiting for Claude Design to do this, because it can take a little bit of time, like 5 to 15 minutes, we're gonna wanna get the next part ready. So what I need you guys to do now is open up another Claude on your website. You're then gonna wanna come over to the sidebar again, come all the way down to the bottom where it says Get Apps and Extensions, and I need you guys to download Claude on your browser. I need you to download the desktop version of Claude. So you can see here it says download for Mac OS. You're gonna get better results from doing it from the desktop version than you are from the browser. Now, the only time we use the browser is for Claude Design. Now, once you've got Claude opened on your desktop version, which I have now, you're going to want to then use the co-work. So we're going to use co-work to build the Shopify store. Now, for it to be able to do this, we need to go over to where it says customize. We're then going to go over to connectors, and you're now going to see connectors. Now, you can see I've got Facebook ads, Higgsfield, Shopify, vidIQ, Winning Hunter. Shopify is the one that you're going to need. So make sure you go on plus, go to where it says browse connectors, and you're gonna see Shopify is new and trending. Make sure you got Shopify added on, and make sure you click on Shopify, and where it says allowance, change it to always allow. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna click new task, and then you're gonna wanna choose act without asking, Opus 4.7, and then you're gonna go to where it says connectors, and you're going to want to make sure that Shopify is turned on. So guys, after around about 5 minutes, Claude Design is giving me the first concept of the website. So you can see this is the template design it's built, and I'm really happy with this. It looks really, really good. Now, one thing that I'd make sure that you guys do is when you're looking at this whole design, just make sure it hasn't missed anything out. So go back to the original page and ask yourself, is there anything missing that it needs to add? Because if it has missed anything out from the original website, you're going to want to take a print screen. So for example, it might have missed out this video testimonial section. So what I can do is I can print screen this. I can go back to Claude Design and I can then upload the image and say, this looks great, but you have missed a section out, which is the UGC reviews that should go under the hero section. And then what you can do is you can click send with a print screen. And then what Claude Design will do is it will remake the concept again with that section added because it has missed it out. And it is an important section for us to have in the design. Now, what we're going to want to do whilst we're waiting for Claude Design to add that last section in is we're going to go and head over to Shopify. If you haven't already got an account, use my link in the description and in the pinned comment because you're going to get 3 months for $3. So essentially over 3 months, you're only going to be paying $3, which is $1 a month, which means you're going to get Shopify for 3 months for just $3 when it's usually $29 a month. Now, also by using my link, you are going to support the channel and it means a lot if you can use that link because I will earn a commission on the affiliate. Now, once you've created your Shopify store using my link, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to your online store and you're going to want to add the product to your store. Now, we're going to be using USAdrop for this because that is the best supplier. So you're going to go over to where it says add. Now, if you don't know what USAdrop is a private agent dropshipping supplier. So back in the day, you used to have to pay for a private agent or be doing massive numbers to get one. USAdrop will allow you to use a private agent, which is themselves, which means you're going to get shipping times between 5 and 12 days from the get-go. And you're gonna get the best quality control as well. And USAdrop have the most warehouses in China to be able to offer these services like the private lines. So you're gonna get vast amounts of private shipping lines that you can use. Now, I've been using USAdrop since 2022, and they've been really reliable. So what you're gonna wanna do is use my link in the description to sign up to USAdrop for completely free. And then head over to Shopify App Store. And then what you can do is you're gonna go to the search and you're gonna type in USAdrop. And because you've already made an account, the connection's gonna be so easy. Now what we can do is click install. Then you're gonna click install again. And then it will say Shopify store is connecting. And then you need to log into the account that you've just created. And then you're gonna see all your stores loaded up here. Then you're gonna go over to where it says products, find products. And then you're gonna search for the product that you're going to want to sell. So as you guys can see, this is the product that I'm going to want to sell. So I'm going to select it. I'm then going to go over to where it says import. You're then going to click confirm. Then you can check your product, the description, the variants, and the images. And then you can click import to store. You can select your store. Now I know which one's my store because all I've got to do is come over here and you can see mine is CT1 and you can see this one's CT1. Click confirm. And just like that, guys, the product has been published. So now if I go back to my store and I go to products, you can see the product has now been added with USAdrop to my store. And if I go back to USAdrop, you can then see on the dashboard all the information about your sales. You can see your orders. You can add your payment method to pay your supplier. You can do your support tickets. You can also reach out to your private agent, which is here. They can also contact you on WhatsApp. Now, if they don't have a product that you're after, you can also click sourcing. So everything can be fully managed with USAdrop when it comes to your drop shipping solutions, whether you're a beginner or whether you're scaling. So remember to make sure you're using USAdrop for all your Shopify drop shipping orders in 2026. You'll thank me later. Now, with that being done, guys, what we can do is we can go back to Claude Design and we can see now it's added that section in and it looks really, really good. So I'm really happy with the way this looks. So now what I can do, guys, is I can go over to where it says share in the top right. Then you're gonna go over to where it says export as standalone HTML. And then you're also gonna wanna go over to where it says hand off to Claude Code. And what you're gonna wanna do, guys, is you're gonna wanna click copy command. You then need to go back to ChatGPT because you now need to get the prompt to give to Claude Cowork. Now, Claude Design designs the landing page, but it can't create it on Shopify. Now, with this prompt that I've given you guys, it actually increases the success of the quality. Now, most people don't know this, that if you just give it the random raw files, it will mess it up because it doesn't understand that you're using the new MCP, and you're also telling it that this is the way it needs to create sections in terms of architectural inside of Shopify. Most people focus on things like how to find a winning product, how to build a store, all the fancy parts of dropshipping, and they forget the essential parts. And these are the biggest profit drivers of e-commerce and dropshipping. And that is your email and SMS marketing. Because if you're not collecting emails to recover abandoned carts or initiate checkouts, you're literally leaving thousands of dollars on the table. And that's why I've been using OmniSend for the past 3 years. Now, what I love about OmniSend is they make this so simple to set up, especially as a beginner, or if you're moving fast like I am in this challenge, because you can set up email campaigns and triggered flows through their platform. And usually you would have to hire an email marketing agency to do this for you, whereas OmniSend gets rid of that. So for things like your welcome flow or your abandoned cart sequence or your post-purchase emails, can all be done easily through OmniSend because their platform is clean and beginner friendly and integrates with Shopify perfectly. If your current platform is slowing you down, they're not taking advantage of AI, it's not easy to use, then this is your reason to leave and switch to OmniSend. So whether you're starting fresh with your first store, and by the way, if you are, you can use OmniSend for free up to your first 250 email recipients. Now, what I've done for you guys is I've left a link in the description and in the pinned comment so you can check OmniSend out. So by doing this, you can see now it understands fully how to do it. So then what you can do is you can then copy this prompt, go to Claude Cowork, make sure when you click plus, it shows that you've got Shopify connected. Then what you're going to want to do is paste the prompt in. What you're then going to want to do is you're going to want to add the HTML. Then in that zip file, you're going to see the HTML. So you can see here, it says HTML on the end of the file. So now when I view this HTML, it opens it up as a full preview. So you can see in full what this would look like. So you can see in HTML, this looks absolutely amazing. Now the bad news is converting HTML to Shopify Liquid is extremely difficult. That's why we've got to make sure that we give Claude Cowork the best prompt to be able to one-to-one replicate this into Shopify. The other thing that most people don't understand is when you get AI agents to try and translate it, they'll HTML dump it into Shopify, which means you can't edit any of the sections, which means it's just a HTML dump, which you don't want. If I really wanted to, guys, is I could copy the HTML, add it as a section into Shopify, paste the HTML, and it will look like this. But what are the downsides? Number one, I can't change anything because it's hard-coded. So our goal is to try and convert this to Shopify's own language called Liquid, and so that we can fully customize it if we want to. And that's the bit that most YouTubers don't explain. So that's what our goal is right now. We know the HTML works because we've just viewed it. We've now got our zip file, hand off to Claude Code. So we're gonna click copy command. So now we're gonna put a paste that in as well. We're then gonna upload all the files. So you're gonna now see all of these files. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy this and you're gonna copy all of this. Make sure you're uploading the HTML that has a preview. And then you're gonna upload all of these, placeholders, sections 2, styles, and then you're gonna click open. Now, once you've done that, guys, you can click send. Now, whilst it's waiting to verify your message, what you're gonna wanna do is go back to Shopify, go to settings and copy your Shopify URL so that it knows which store it needs to work on. So whilst we wait for it to think, you can see now it's loading all the tools that it's gonna need. And you can see on the right-hand side, it's brain. You can see the context it's using. This is really important for you guys to understand where it's pulling its context from. You can see it here on the right-hand side. So you can see it's uploading all of those files I gave it as context here, which is good. This is how we know if the agent, Claude, is doing its job correctly. Now you can see Claude working and you can see it's building all the sections. Here you can read it's doing everything as it should be. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the response ready. My Shopify store is, paste what your Shopify store is. Then you're gonna put use the Shopify connector to add the theme to my store. So you're basically telling Claude here that it needs to use the Shopify connector once it's done to be able to access your store. Now, this is where I'm going to be honest and tell you guys, there's two ways to do this. Now, in this video, I promised you the most beginner-friendly way. Now, there is a more advanced option where you will get better results from what Claude can do on Shopify. That's when you give it the command line of your computer, where it can access your command line and work from there. That's where it can get the best results. It's a little bit more technical, so I won't talk about it in this video. But if you do want the best results possible, you're better off using the Shopify AI toolkit, using the command line. I just find that it gets it done a lot better and the quality is always better. Now, this way is also amazing, but I just find I have to go back and forth with it a little bit more often. Now, whilst we're waiting, because that's a huge task to give Claude co-work and it will take about 15 to 20 minutes, is we can create the images for our landing page. Now, you've got two options. Option number one, you can actually connect tools into Claude co-work like Higgsfield and other image model tools where you can actually integrate those tools into Claude co-work using an MCP like we did with Shopify. And then it can use your account to make the images. Or if you want to save credits and whilst you want to do it as it's building, you can then just use OpenAI, which is what I do to save a little bit of money. And I can just get this chat that we've been using to create the prompts to make the images. So I can go back to OpenAI in this chat and I can actually select, click create image, and then I can do square 1-to-1. And I can say, I now need you to make me my landing page images for my product. Then you can say, I need some infographic style images like the examples I added. And because OpenAI is now using Image 2, I find the results are way better than Google Banana Pro. So I think Image 2 is way better than Google Banana Pro. So that's why I'm using it. And then what we can do is we can add an image of our product. You need to make sure you're adding an image of your product or it won't clone it correctly. Now, the best way to do this, guys, is to find your product on Amazon, as Amazon usually have the best images of your product. And then what you can do is you can actually save these images. And then what you can do is you can go back to the OpenAI chat and you can upload the image of your product. Now, make sure that the quality of the image is high. Now, this one's 954 by 900, so it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. The better the quality of the image, the better that OpenAI is going to do of cloning it in the images that it makes. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to upload some of those infographic style images that you want to basically recreate. I'm going to leave all of the ones that you guys can use in the canvas. So the ones that I'm using right now, you guys are going to have access to in the canvas. So you can see all of these examples I've got, and then I can click open. And then I'm going to say, just make sure when you make these, they are in my brand colors. Now, if we go back to Claude Design, now we've given OpenAI the infographic images. Now you can see it's delivered all of the files to create the Shopify landing page or theme. But the issue is, it's trying to get us to do it through the terminal, which we don't want to do. So what you're going to want to do is send it that next message that I told you guys, which is my Shopify store is, use the Shopify connector. Now you can see it's using the connector on the right-hand side. You can see here, it's showing Shopify now. So now we've forced it to use the Shopify connector. Then you're going to see here, it says reconnect. So you're going to click reconnect, and then it's going to take you to your Shopify login. You're going to click the store that you want to reconnect. You're then going to use the Shopify Claude connector app. You're going to click install. And just like that, it says connected, and then you're going to click open desktop app. And now you're going to see it shows connected. And now you're going to reply back saying new store is connected. And you know it's connected because it clearly says it right here. Now this method, like I said, is the new Shopify Claude connection method. So we're just going to use this connector to do all the work. And now you can see it's working on it. You can see the Shopify UI is popped up. You can see the domain is correct. The store name is correct. So now we are ready. It says connected and Claude Design is ready to upload the plan. So basically what it's done here, it's going to upload it for us. Now this used to be the old method where it would give you all of these files and then you'd have to go to an IDE, which is like anti-gravity, have the AI in the command line and then do it, which I can still do it this way if I wanted to. Again, you will get better results if you do it this method, but we're using the new beginner-friendly method where you do it through the new Shopify connector. So just make sure when you're doing it, guys, your screen looks like mine. Now, whilst we're waiting for Claude to finish the task of uploading the template to our store, we can go back to OpenAI and we can see it's made these beautiful looking images. Image number 1, image number 2, image number 3, and image number 4. And that's using the new image model 2. And you can see the images look amazing, guys. The branding, the colors, everything is amazing. So now what we can do is we can actually download all of these. You can click download all 4 images in the series, and then it'll download all 4. And then what we can do is we can go back to our product page and we can upload these images. So we can go add media, downloads, and we can upload those 4 images. Now you can see Claude saying that I need to duplicate the horizon theme just as a safety precaution method in case it messes anything up. So now I've added my images, guys. Let's just reorganize these. And we can delete the old images and then we can click save. And now what we can do is we can go to online store, we can click duplicate, and then it says copy of horizon. So now we can go back to Claude and say it's done and then click send. And now whilst we're waiting for this to be uploaded to our theme, because this can take another 5 minutes, what you can do is you can open up a new chat. And then if you want to get video testimonials made for your landing page, where there's going to be a section where there's going to be AI UGC testimonials, what I can do is I can connect Higgsfield to Claude. So all you got to do this is go to customize, connectors, go to where it says plus, add a custom connector, add in the name, which will be Higgsfield, add in the remote MCP server URL, which I'll leave in the canvas, but you can go to Higgsfield directly to get it. And then once you've added it, you can then give a prompt, which I'll give you guys in the cheat sheet, and it will then create testimonial videos of your product that we can add to the landing page. And you can see here, Higgsfield is generating all the images and videos so that I can now add it to my landing page. So you can see here, here's all the videos. So you can see this one right here. So what I can do is I can download these videos and get them ready to add to my landing page. And that's crazy because I didn't come up with the scripts. I just said in the prompt, I need some testimonial UGC 15-second videos, and it created them for me. That's how crazy AI has got right now, guys. The way we can do all of this is actually nuts. And what I can do now is I can click download, and then it's all ready to go. Okay guys, so after around about 25 minutes, Claude Cowork has done the task. So if we take a look at the chat, there's sometimes a few errors it encounters, but it fixes them themselves. You don't need to do anything. And now you can see that it's completely updated the store and it says the next steps. So I need to go to the copy version of Horizon. I need to publish it. And then under the product, I need to select this as the template. So this is essentially what I need to do to be able to see what it's done. Now, fingers crossed that is one-shotted this and I don't need to change anything. Now, this will only be one-shotted because the prompt that I gave it told it to not do anything wrong. Now, like I said to you guys before, there are some YouTube videos out there on Claude design, and they're always having issues with when you go to Shopify, you have to use an app, you have to use an importer to convert Claude's work. We're literally going from Claude straight to Shopify and we're using it as liquid. Now, if I've pulled this off, guys, then you guys have won huge. So let's take a look. Let's go straight to Shopify. And you can see here, if we go to online store, you're gonna see copy Horizon has just been published. I can then go to products. This is my product here. And then where it says theme template, we're gonna change this to the one it made, Lux Facial Sculptor. I'm gonna click save. And the moment of truth, has it done it perfectly or has it completely destroyed it? Then we're gonna go to view, and then we're gonna click view template. And the moment of truth is about to happen. Okay, it's done the store. Good news is, if I look at the left-hand side, it's made them as separate sections. Like I said, usually what happens is people will go to add section. They'll go to where it says add custom liquid and they'll just paste it in. We've been able to get Claude to do each one of these sections. So far, so good, guys. I'm really happy with this. If we scroll down, check that out, guys. It's done it perfectly. It's literally one-shotted the design over. You've just seen it for yourself, guys. This is crazy. All the images are uploaded. Let's have a look at the mobile version. Okay, on the mobile version, the text is a little bit too big. We can get that fixed. And all these sections, by the way, guys, are edited. So we can click them and you can see I can edit everything on here. So these aren't hard-coded sections. Everything, as you guys can see, I can manage myself. Again, the font's a little bit big. I need to change that. But apart from that, guys, each section, apart from the hero title, is bang on. Like, that is absolutely crazy. Now if I go back to the desktop version, if I click these, can I change the images? Yep, select image. And just like that, I can actually select images. So we can click this one, we can click select image, we can add this and click done. Now the only issue with this image is it needs to be 1-to-1 ratio. So I need to go back to Claude and say the images should all be 1-to-1 aspect ratio. As you can see, this one isn't 1-to-1 aspect ratio, and that's why it's looking a little bit weird. So we need to tell Claude to make this 1-to-1 aspect ratio, and it'll fix this. But on mobile, it'll probably automatically be fixed. No, on mobile, it's still not fixed. So yeah, there's only 2 issues. The font being too big and the images needing to be 1-to-1 ratio. As long as I fix that, and all of these videos, look, I can select the video. So everything is working, guys. The videos are even working. That is absolutely crazy. One-shotted Claude into Shopify, and there's 2 issues, images and the font size. Apart from that, look at the landing page, guys. Okay, so let's compare our landing pages. This is the original, doing $1.8 million. This is ours. We just need to add a logo as well, by the way. And if we scroll down, let's have a look at their section. That's their section. This is ours. Remember, ours need images. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think our store looks way cleaner, way more professional. Like this looks a little bit like empty. The gaps don't look nice. Look at how clean ours looks versus theirs. Like it's not even comparable how nicer ours is versus theirs. And all of these are working as well, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think we've completely smashed the competitor store out of the park with a one shot of Claude. So with that being said, guys, that's how you can use Claude Design and Claude Cowork to build any Shopify dropshipping store you want, even if it's a competitor doing millions of dollars. Now, remember, for you guys to get the results just as good as these, you're gonna need access to my prompts once we hit 500 likes, and they'll be accessible in the canvas. With that being said, guys, this is crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.